Best looking guy Gardner City Council will come to order. If you would please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. We do not have any presentations this evening, so we will go straight to public comment. We have time allotted on the agenda for anyone who wishes to speak about matters on the agenda that are not part of a public hearing or items that are not on the agenda. Yes, sir. Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, Chris Benjamin, 17311 South Agnes in the lovely town of Gardner. I just want to say I'm sorry I missed last month's meeting. I gave you guys all the email, talking my feelings about school security. And I just want to thank you guys for those who responded, and thank you for Chris Moll for bringing that up last meeting. Since the last meeting that I was at, there's been at least 3 to 4 school shootings that I know of across the United States, not to mention one gun was bought at Park Hill School in Missouri last week. It's not a problem that's going to go away anytime soon, so, and from what I understand is everybody's being on the same page of we have a crisis plan in place. The point that I want to make is that's good after the fact, but what are we going to be proactive to prevent anything like that's going to happen? Do we have anything that's on board for proactive measures? And that's what I want to bring up, as well as would this council, mayor, police chief, the school board, as well, which I've emailed, and any concerned citizens like the Watchdogs, which I just did on Friday, which is a great community, a great heart. Or are we willing to get together once a quarter, or maybe just once initially, and let's get on the same page and see what can we do as a community to make sure this never happens in our backyard. Not only that, like I said before, let's make it so that, you know, we could be a model for everybody else. So I just want to lay that out to you guys. Thank you very much. It's a long process. We're in it for the long haul. And God bless you all.
Thank you, Chris. Yes.
I'm Sherry Tedford, and I live at 517 North Mulberry. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm a little nervous, but I just have a question, and my question is this: why does Gardner choose to say they are looking for new business and business friendly, when through their actions they are anti-business? I moved to Gardner 7 years ago and opened a small business. And it lasted 3 years, not anything because of what the city did, just because I didn't plan properly. And the economy didn't help any. However, through that time, I was involved in the chamber, I was involved in the EDC, and I got to know a lot of the business people. I now presently am working as a public health nurse educator for the Johnson County Department of Health and Environment. And so I hear a lot of what's going on in the county, and I talk to a lot of people that live in a lot of other communities in Johnson County. And Gardner does not have a good reputation within Johnson County. Their reputation is that they are anti-business and that they are not good people to work with because they fight and fight and fight. And that makes me very sad because I have really enjoyed working and living in Gardner in the last 7 years, even though I'm not a native. And it disturbs me when I hear that the council does not want to support the EDC, which was developed specifically to assist Gardner to bring businesses into the community. We had people that were elected to our council to specifically to de-annex the intermodal. I was here at the beginning of that, and I was asked to come out publicly against the intermodal because I had a health and wellness product store, and the idea was that the fumes from all the truck traffic was going to affect our community in a negative way, which I would agree with that. However, I did not come out publicly because I knew that I had people that that on those sides of the issue that were my customers. Because of that choice that I made, I had several customers that chose to boycott my store, and that was very hurtful to me, especially since I was only in my first or second year of my business, and that was very difficult. Because I didn't know people. I wasn't a native of here. I grew up in Topeka. We had moved back to this area. I'm a native Kansan, and I'm a big supporter of Kansas. I lived in northern Minnesota for 9 years, and my husband and I farmed in western Kansas for 10. And I came back to help care for my mother, who is now in long-term care in Topeka, and to be closer to family. So I just would like, besides the EDC, my other concern is that you as, or the council, many of you were not on the council at the time, decided to have the electric board become its own business. Now, I realize that, yes, I am related to Randy Tedford. He is my husband. However, he doesn't know that I'm here talking. He does not know what I'm saying. He will now, I realize that. We don't always agree on a lot of things. We've been married for 35 years, and he will be the first one to agree that we disagree on multiple things. But what I don't understand is there are good people in places. Tom Reeder is a wonderful person in the EDC, and spacing on the name of that's in charge of the electric bill, yes. Another wonderful, wonderful person that is trying so hard to make that business a very positive thing, and yet I'm getting, the rumors that I hear is that the city wants to take that back. I know there's a lot of other political stuff that I really don't know about, and I understand that, but having worked in the county for the last 5 years, I understand the budget issues. I understand that I haven't gotten a raise as a county employee for the last 3 years. You know, even when we get a raise, it's a negative raise because our raise this year didn't cover the tax increase that we got from the federal government. So, I mean, I understand the tax crunches that you guys are working with, but I guess I would like to encourage you to think about what you do in that, until you do that, the people in Johnson County, the reputation in the metro area is that Gardner is not a good place to do business. And I don't want my taxes going up more and more because we have no businesses to support all that we're having to do. We still have the intermodal to deal with, but all the taxes is now going to Edgerton that they will get back. The school district does not lose out because Edgerton is a part of their, so they still get the money from the intermodal. Gardner does not. We just get the fallout. And if we continue to have that perception in the community, it's going to be even more difficult for us to meet our budget. So that's all I have to say.
All right, thanks, Sherry.